there. So I'm not going to tell you whether you should buy an iPad or not, but we're going to make a pros and cons list about how this iPad has worked for me and at times when it hasn't, so that by the end of this video you can make your own decision whether to buy an iPad or not. Whichever it is, good for you, good for me. So yes, let's get started. Starting with the pros, pro number one is an iPad is portable. See, if you're an MBBS student, you know that there are a huge amount of books that you have to read over this 5-year course. But these books, they are huge and expensive, and you cannot load your bag with all the books. Even carrying one book is very, very difficult. That's where an iPad comes in use. You can categorize and store all the books at one place and read whichever you want, and you can carry it at all places at all times. So yes, I think an iPad is a good pro. Con is an iPad is expensive. Yes, it is. See, no matter which iPad you think to buy, Air, Mini, Pro, whatever it is, the minimum budget you have to keep is over 50,000. What I have here is an iPad Pro, and I got this for about 62,000. This pencil, Apple Pencil, for about 8,000, and the charger for extra 1,000 or something. So yes, you have to keep a little high budget, but at the same time, the pro is this iPad is a one-time investment. Once you buy an iPad, you can keep it for 5.5 years, and with good maintenance, it serves all of your purposes. So I think the pro is edging a bit more than the cons. Okay, the next con is you miss the book aesthetic. I am a huge fan of books. I like to read books. I still make all of my YouTube scripts on books. So it has been a really hard switch for me to write an iPad, because I love the feel of writing on an actual book. But I think over the time you lose books or you lose pages, and these notes, MBBS notes, you'll have to keep it for 5 years till your NEET PG. This thing really makes it easy to access everything at one place, and it is super easy to use, and plus all of your notes look very beautiful when you come back to them. The next pro is, obviously, as I mentioned, you can categorize everything. You can categorize your PDFs, books, notes, class notes, everything. Also, you can make side notes on your textbooks, which listen while the lecture is going on, whatever. A major con is screen time. Yes, when you're doing everything on your iPad, making notes, studying, watching videos, everything, no matter how many radiations they reduce, okay, there is going to be a lot of strain on your eyes. But I think you're going to watch videos of marrow, blood bladder, dams anyways. So instead of watching it on your phone with a small screen, you can definitely use an iPad. I mean, if you use your iPad for all the right purposes, I don't think screen time can be that big an issue. Yes, as I just mentioned, the big screen is an actual pro, because straining our eyes can get much worse with small screen of your phone. So iPad is a big pro. Next, handwriting. Oh yes, something which I've struggled with the most is handwriting. My handwriting was real shitty when I started using an iPad, but with over time, I got accommodated to it, and my handwriting is okay. It is kind of good right now, if you can see. It is readable, it looks nice, it is not disturbing, I hope. Yes, you can also use paper like screen guards or whatever to improve your handwriting and get that more paper-like feel. Moving on, there are these amazing apps that you can use to visualize anatomy, or you can use for histology for a better idea of what you're actually studying. An iPad provides all these amazing apps, helps you get an interest in studying. It helps you be more curious, and it really interests you, I guess. Yes. A major con is distraction, of course. Okay, so when you're studying a chapter that is really boring, or you're watching a video of a topic you don't really like, then you're more prone to just switch the apps to Netflix or Instagram or YouTube and keep binging something. Yes, that is a distraction, but distraction is something you have to work about yourself, and it is not something you should blame on devices. Okay, so this is what I think, but yes, distraction is a major con if you come to think of it. Next, you can cloud your iPad to all the devices, which is a really wonderful thing. So in places where you cannot get an iPad, you can always cloud all of your documents to your phone. You can use or access good notes from your phone, and you can read whenever you have free time or whenever you think you can utilize free space. So it is wonderful that you can cloud it. Next is you're not allowed in lectures in some colleges. Maybe you need to give it a thought before buying an iPad, because if you cannot carry your iPad to your class, then you will have to carry your books, which is a burden again, and that is what you were trying to avoid. So okay. So keyboard is a major pro also. I mean, if you're sitting idly and a word pops in your mind, a word like Meckel's diverticulum, and you just can't recollect where you heard it or where you read it from, not even the chapter, what you can do is go to your good notes or open the PDF of anatomy textbook, and you can just keyword it, keyword search it, Meckel's diverticulum, and you get many options, and you can finally resolve your query. And you can just note it down somewhere. So it is a great tool if you want to, minimize wastage of your time. Okay. A con is high maintenance. Yes. See, if you have an iPad, you cannot just leave it anywhere because it is at a risk of getting stolen. This pencil, you cannot drop it because every time you drop it, you'll be like 8,000. Okay. The charger can get damaged, and it is really expensive to buy another. So yes, it is high maintenance, but if you use it correctly, I don't think that will be that big a problem. And of course, we are done with our pros and cons list, and I think the pros have worked a bit good for me. iPad also serves me a lot of features other than note-taking, like video editing. And in free time, when I don't have to study much, I can binge watch Netflix, I can sketch my heart out, and there are a lot of fun things you can do with an iPad. So yes, this has definitely worked out for me. I hope it works out for you too. Whatever it is, let me know in the comments. That's it from my side, guys. I hope I have put my best to list out all the pros and cons. Thank you.